Hello, world. So, if you missed Tony's new event, 5 day challenge time to thrive, this is the summary of day one, and you can look forward to the future days. Hopefully, I'll summarize all of them for you. So, he started by talking about progress, and he always says progress is happiness. So, if you want to be happy, if you want to feel fulfilled, you need to have progress in your life. But what is holding you back? Sometimes you feel like I don't have energy, I don't feel motivated, right? Or like that energy or that feeling that you're feeling right now comes from fear. So a lot of time what is holding you back or brings your energy low is actually fears. You're afraid of being judged, not being loved, and so many different things that can all go to the category of not being good enough or not being loved. He talked about progress, and he also talked about how this market right now has a lot of opportunities for a lot of us to use our knowledge and provide services to others and add value to other people's lives. How? So if you are an expert in something, or if you know something just because of your experience or your degrees or something, you can share that specific thing to your target market or your audience, and you can also generate money from it. And they talked about having 4,700 niches in the market right now. So that's amazing. The number one ingredient of success is hunger. So if you look at successful people's lives and you hear their stories, you'll see that they're always hungry. They want more. And the reason that they are hungry is that they have a compelling reason. Basically, they found their why, and that why is strong enough for them to go for it, despite the fact that they were tired, they're afraid, they are like feeling all those negative thoughts as well. Despite all of those, they go forward, they move forward. They also feel the fear, right? But despite the fact that they see that fear, they can move forward because they have a compelling reason. They have hunger. So you need to bring or create that hunger inside of you, and the way of creating that is by knowing your why, by knowing why you do what you do. What is it gonna take to thrive? The answer is self-education. Actually, he talked about Warren Buffett talking about recession, and they've been asking Warren Buffett that, what do you think that people need to do in recession? And his answer was self-education, working on yourself, investing on yourself, educating yourself, and also investing on lower investments, the investments that need less amount of money. So that's also good to know. And then he talked about Jim Rohn, as always, and he said that Jim used to say, we're all equal as souls, but we are not equal in marketplace. So what does that mean? It means that all of us as human beings, we are equal, but our skill sets are different. So because our skill sets are different, our services are going to be valued differently, and our prices are going to be different, right? So he wanted us to ask ourselves, is it possible to make double what you're making right now in the same time? The answer is yes, right? Is it possible to make 4 times what you're making right now? Is it possible? Yes. Is it possible to make 10 times what you're making right now? Yes, it is possible. And then you probably ask yourself, okay, yes, but how? So this question, the how, comes to mind whenever we think of that. Whenever you're facing a problem and we want to solve it, we're like, how? But Tony says, get out of the tyranny of how, and instead you have to spend more time improving yourself than anybody else. You need to work on yourself, and you have to make sure that you are adding more value to your target market. So I'm also like, while I'm explaining this, I also like talk a little bit about like coaches, because I'm a coach, so it's easier for me to explain this stuff in a better way for you guys if I use this example. So if you wanna make double what you're making right now, like 4 times, 10 times, whatever, what do you need to do? Or if you want to compare yourself with other competitors, okay, the only way to do that is to add more value. You have to add so much value to your market, to your target audience, than anybody else does. So if you're adding the most value to them, they're going to come to you and they're going to pay for your services. And it doesn't matter how much you charge at that point, because so those are your skills, those are your experiences, and that's what you're bringing to the table. Maybe like 10 years of experience or 20 years of experience or 5 years of experience, and combining everything that you know and bring it to somebody else and providing them with those knowledge so that they can save time and probably also money. So you deserve to get paid more. Self-development, self-education, working on yourself will pay off. Do more for others than anybody else does, and you will earn more than anybody else does. Again, add more value, add more value, and we'll add more value. And this is the secret to life. This is the secret to have a thriving business. This is the secret to have a good relationship, the best relationships, like whatever you want to achieve. Just think about the other side and think how you can add more value to that person. Instead of focusing on yourself, when you start focusing on the other side and you think about the ways that you can add value, then you will see the return. And I know that most of you have this experience. A lot of people, a lot of also coaches or business owners, they start by thinking about money and how can I make more money, and they cannot do that until they shift their mindset and they focus on their clients, their customers, and they think about adding more value. How can I add more value to my audience? And then when they start doing that, then they start getting more clients, or they will be able to charge more for the same services that they had before. And then he talked about repetition. Repetition is the mother of all skills. So if you want to get great at something, you need to do it more often. You need to do it over and over and over. You need to do it to get to the level of perfection. So you fail. You need to fail. You need to fail like really like so many times. You need to fail fast and fail forward, right? So the faster you take action, the more failures you face earlier, and then the faster you get better. And this is the key to become a skillful person. And then he said the road to success is not a straight road or a straight line. So it's a zigzag that we're going, right? So he always talks about this example that if you're going from Florida to Hawaii, you are off course like 80% of time, but then you adjust. You have a goal, you know where you're going, and then you just adjust, and at the end you achieve your goal or you get to your destination. And this is the journey to success as well. If you're creating your own business, if you're creating whatever you want to create and achieve the goal that you want to achieve, you need to understand that the road is not like I'm going there, I want to go there, and I'm going. No, like there's so many things that are going to happen along the way, and you learn a lot. But if you want to save your time, you need to invest your money to buy your time by using experts and coaches and consultants to have them save that valuable time for you and make sure that you have a smaller adjustments to make, and you're not going like all the way to somewhere else instead of Hawaii. Okay, all of this is gonna be controlled by your fear and beliefs. So what gets in the way when you want to do something? What is it that is really getting in the way? It's your fear, right? And it's your beliefs that you really don't believe that thing is possible. And when you don't think that something is possible, you're not gonna take real action. You're gonna be like, okay, I'll give it a try. Like, this is the best you will do, right? Either you don't take any action, or if you take any actions, you'll be like half it, right? So you're not gonna be your best self. So because you're not your best self, you're not taking the actions you need to take, the results that you're gonna get are gonna be also half. So so you get bad results because of your bad actions, and these results will confirm your belief. So you'll be like, your brain would be like, oh, see, I told you, you're not gonna achieve it, it's not possible for you. And then that belief becomes even stronger. Why? Because the belief is the feeling of absolute certainty. So if you're really certain about something, that is your belief. So in order to change that, in order to achieve great results, you need to work on your beliefs. You change your belief because you have the potential inside of you. So when you change your belief, now you can use your potential, and then you will take better actions. And because of those better actions that you took, you're gonna get definitely better results. And these better results will boost your energy, boost your confidence, and give you a better belief about yourself. So it will confirm that belief that you created. So you need to work on your belief. And then he talked about being a leader. What does it mean to be a leader? He said being a leader doesn't mean that you have people who are following you. So it doesn't mean that you have followers. It means that you live a life with your own terms. So basically, you're a leader of your own life. And you're not gonna settle for less than you could be, or you could share, or you could live, or you could create in your life. So basically, you're not settling for less than your potential. I love this. So if you're a good leader, it means that you're living by your own terms and you're not settling for less. And then 3 mandates to be a leader. 1, okay, this is very important. In order to be a leader, first of all, you need to see things as they are, not worse than they are. So see it as is, not worse than it is. Because normally that's what we do, right? Like we see something that's going wrong and we're like, oh my God, this is not gonna get better. This is like, like this, you just make the situation so much worse. So don't do this. If you want to be a leader, you just see it as is. You just have to be realistic, right? So you see it is there. So that pain, that problem, that limit, that something bad is there. You see it, but you don't make it worse than it is. So this is the first step. And then second step is to see it better than it is. So you think, okay, this is here, but it can be better. It has the potential to become better. And then this, seeing it better, will create that compelling future that you need to see. I don't want to make this longer, and Tony didn't say this, but I could have just right now, I could give you practice that will help you see this. But for those of you who've been to my workshops, so the practice that you point and then you turn, that exercise, if you're familiar with it, this shows the same thing. So you see it as is, then you see it better than it is to create that compelling future. And then the third one is to make it the way you see it. So you see this, you made it better. Now that you see it better, so that now that you saw it better, now you have to make it happen, right? So you become basically intentional about what you want to achieve, and you make it happen. You do whatever it takes to achieve that, to make it happen. In order to succeed, you don't want to reinvent the wheel and go like figure everything out. You need to find people who've done it, and I have some suggestion here, and then learn from them and model them. My suggestion here is that don't go too far ahead from yourself. Find someone who's maybe 5 steps ahead of you, because those people will help you even more because of so many different things. Because first of all, it's fresh in their mind, they just passed those steps, and also they probably charge you less than someone who's like way higher, because their time is more valuable, so they're gonna charge you less, and it's fresh. And sometimes because they want to prove themselves and they want to go higher, they're gonna even add more value. They're gonna be so much have so much dedication to help you grow, because it will also boost their confidence and give them that belief that they need to get to their next level, right? So that's my suggestion, if you like to take it. Again, he asked, what gets in the way? Your belief, the feeling of absolute certainty. And your beliefs have nothing to do, oh yeah, this is very important. Your beliefs have nothing to do with reality. They're just conditional patterns inside of you. So the reality can be something, right? Like something happens, and the way that you see that is because of your patterns that are inside of you, that this thing means this, and this means this, and this and that, and then so that this is gonna happen. That's how you see it, but another person will see it differently, right? I think a good example of that is COVID, right? So same thing happened to all of us, and we chose to look at it differently and use it in our own way based on our belief about it. So COVID happened. If somebody believed that this is tough times and everybody is gonna I don't know, people are gonna be hungry, they're gonna attack each other's houses, and we need guns to protect ourselves, these type of things, they had a different reaction than people who were like, okay, this happened and we're working from home, and I can take advantage of this time that I'm working remotely and maybe create something on the side. So same thing happened, two different things because of two different beliefs, and those beliefs are not reality, they're just our conditional patterns inside of us. Most successful people don't start with how, they start with what and why. So you find what you want, and you find out why you want it, and then you'll find how. You will find a way to make it happen. And this is so true. I want to tell you guys that this happened to me, and to be honest, even I started with my what, but that held me back until I found my why, and then I went much faster on my what and then how. So if you're looking for how, if you want something and then you're like, but how do I achieve it? Forget about how first. Ask yourself, why do I want that? Find the answer to the why, and that will shine a light on your road and your journey, and you're gonna go much faster. The 3 core beliefs. Before I talk about that, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment and tell me if you like it, because then I can do the same thing for the next few days as well. And obviously I'm doing this to add more value. So if you really find this valuable, I would really appreciate it if you share it with others and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. So 3, did I even introduce myself? I didn't. So my name is Rosha, and I live in Los Angeles. I'm a business coach and consultant, and I have over 17 years of experience in finance, and I have MBA in marketing, and I love helping people, and I help business owners. I help service-based entrepreneurs with their finances and their marketing. I help them create a thriving business. So let's get back to this. So 3 core beliefs that we need to have. For those of you who are familiar with Tony and heard this story of a pirate that was looking for gold, hint, this is that story. This comes from that story. If you haven't heard this story, don't worry about the story, because this is a summary, so I'm not gonna make it even longer than this. So okay, 3 core beliefs that all of us must have. First, must have to achieve something. first, we need to believe that it's there. That thing that we want, it's there. It's somewhere, right? Second is that I will and I must find it. So I believe that something is there and I must find it and I will find it. That's number 2. And number 3, it's worth it. So the thing that I want in the future is worth the effort and the pain that is on the way. So if you have these 3 beliefs, that's basically your compelling reason. That's what helps you go forward despite the fact that it's painful and it's not clear and you will feel overwhelmed, and all of that, or you will feel fear, but you're gonna take action. And the last thing that he talked about was the power pose and the importance of that. And I talked about that before in my other videos, but I'm gonna say it really fast. So based on Harvard Business School, if you hold a power pose, so either, we have different power poses. So like if you just do this, like sit, or stand up, that's better. If you hold your power pose for 2 minutes, it is gonna increase your testosterone by 20%. And it's gonna decrease your cortisol, which is a stress hormone, by 25%. And just these 2 are gonna increase your risk tolerance by 33%. And what does it mean? It means that there is a higher chance for you to take more risk. Higher risk equals higher reward. So if you want to gain more, if you want to achieve higher rewards, you need to take higher risk. That was it for today. I hope you really enjoyed it, and let me know how you liked it.